Cleopatra is one of the most famous women in history. But what if I told you that everything you think you know about her might be wrong? The Cleopatra you learned about in school was painted by ancient enemies and Hollywood alike, often reduced to just a seductive queen. Yet beneath those stories lies a far more complex and powerful woman whose real life was full of surprises, struggles, and brilliance. What secrets about Cleopatra have been lost or twisted through time, and why do they matter today? Imagine living in a world where power is a dangerous game, and your every move is watched by enemies inside and outside your kingdom. Cleopatra was not just a figure of romance or legend. She was a master strategist navigating one of the most turbulent periods in ancient history. Her story is one of resilience and reinvention, but it also challenges how we see leadership, gender, and influence. So, what are 5 shocking facts about Cleopatra that most history classes skipped? Let's uncover the truth behind the myth and discover the woman behind the crown. First, Cleopatra was not Egyptian. Despite ruling Egypt and being forever linked with its image, Cleopatra was actually of Macedonian Greek descent. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, which took over Egypt after Alexander the Great's empire fractured. This meant Cleopatra grew up in a culture blending Greek and Egyptian traditions. Her family ruled Egypt but did not originally belong to its native people. This raises fascinating questions about identity and power, how a foreign dynasty could embrace and rule one of the most ancient civilizations on Earth. Cleopatra's ability to bridge these cultures was not just political but deeply personal. Next, Cleopatra was incredibly intelligent and multilingual. Unlike many rulers who relied on translators, she spoke at least 9 languages, including Egyptian, Greek, and possibly others like Ethiopian and Hebrew. She was the first of her family to learn Egyptian, which was a strategic move that helped her gain the loyalty of her people. This fact challenges the Hollywood stereotype of Cleopatra as a mere beauty. Her intelligence was her greatest weapon. She was known for her sharp mind, diplomatic skills, and ability to negotiate complex political landscapes. It's inspiring to think of a leader who understood the power of language and culture to unite people. The third surprising fact is about her famous romance with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony. While these relationships are often sensationalized as love stories, they were deeply political. Cleopatra used these alliances to protect Egypt's independence amid the Roman Republic's expanding power. Her story shows how relationships can be both personal and tactical, revealing the complex balance between love, ambition, and survival. It's a reminder that leaders often make difficult choices, sometimes putting their personal lives on the line for a greater cause. Fourth, Cleopatra was a savvy economic leader. She understood the importance of Egypt's resources, especially grain, in sustaining both her kingdom and its relationships with Rome. By controlling food supplies, she wielded influence far beyond traditional military power. This fact is a powerful lesson in leadership. True influence often comes from managing resources wisely and understanding the needs of your people. Cleopatra's economic policies helped stabilize Egypt during chaotic times, showing a side of her that history textbooks rarely explore. Finally, Cleopatra's death is shrouded in mystery and legend. The popular image is that she died by the bite of an asp, a venomous snake, but historians debate the story. Some suggest she may have used poison or even been murdered. What remains clear is that her death marked the end of an era, symbolizing the fall of Egypt's independence and the rise of Rome. This moment reflects the fragility of power and how even the greatest leaders face vulnerability. Cleopatra's final act remains a powerful reminder of the costs of leadership and the enduring human struggle for legacy. Reflecting on these facts, Cleopatra's life challenges us to look beyond myths and stereotypes. She was a woman who defied expectations, navigated immense challenges, and left a mark on history that still sparks debate and fascination today. Her story invites us to reconsider how we view leadership, identity, and power in our own lives. What can we learn from her resilience and strategic thinking? How can we apply these lessons in moments when we feel uncertain or overwhelmed? If you found these facts about Cleopatra surprising, imagine the countless other stories in history waiting to be rediscovered. What myths have shaped your understanding of the past? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to dive deeper into stories like this, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more fascinating history and facts you won't find in textbooks. History is not just about the past. It's a mirror that helps us understand ourselves and the world we live in today. Cleopatra's story is proof that sometimes the truth is far more interesting and inspiring than the legend.